Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a meal prep video. I am so excited about this. I haven't done one in a while and I have two recipes that I'm so excited to share with you guys. But before we get started, of course, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you love meal prep videos and click subscribe down below. So the two recipes that I'm going to be showing you guys today, I am making this week for my lunches for work, so very convenient. The first one is my favorite mini crustless quiches that I love making for breakfast, and then the second is a chicken curry recipe that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Both of these recipes are super easy. Don't be intimidated by the words quiche and curry because those don't really sound very simple, but trust me, they definitely are. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is everything that you'll need for the quiches. We first need some turkey bacon or regular bacon or any kind of meat that you like. I like turkey bacon the best. These three spices, so I have onion salt, garlic powder, and Tabasco. Tabasco's optional. A red onion, your favorite kind of cheese. My favorite kind of cheese is Gouda. We have a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, and we need 10 eggs. Before we get started getting all the ingredients ready though, I am going to preheat the oven to 375. So I'm gonna start by chopping up the bell peppers, the onion, the turkey bacon, and throwing them in a pan. Alright, I'm convinced that red onions are 10 times more painful for your eyes than regular white onions. Like, when I cut up a red onion, like, I start tearing, like, immediately. My eyes are on fire. I think I cut up far too many vegetables, so I think we're gonna use about, like, 2/3 of the vegetables in this recipe. Maybe half. So in total for the vegetables, it'll be 1/4 of a small red onion. I had a very large red onion, so I did like a half of a fourth, but basically a fourth of a small red onion. And then a fourth of a red bell pepper and a fourth of a green bell pepper. So I just added 6 slices of turkey bacon. That's about a half of a slice of turkey bacon per cup because we are gonna make 12. Now while the mixture sautés for about like 5 to 7 minutes, I am going to start chopping up the cheese. For the cheese, like I said, I am doing Gouda, but you can do any cheese that you like. I also did this with white cheddar and it tasted really good, but I just love Gouda so much. It is my favorite cheese ever, so that is what I'm using. And for the cheese, I'm gonna use about 3 ounces. If you notice, I actually didn't add in the cheese when I added all the ingredients together, and that's because I like to add the cheese at the end after the eggs are already in their little cups because I like to make sure that the cheese is evenly distributed. As far as spices go, I'm sorry I cannot give you exact measurements because I kind of just like eye my spices. So for those, I just recommend putting however much in you want. I am just using 2 muffin tins that have 6 muffins each, and I am using these parchment liners. Very simple. I don't need ones with fancy designs or anything. I did make these in muffin tins before without liners, and honestly the tins were a pain to clean, so I highly recommend using liners. Even if you grease them, it's still like really hard to get the eggs off, so highly recommend using liners because it'll just be so much easier to clean at the end. And that's it. They are ready to go in the oven now, and these will bake for about 30 minutes. I was able to squeeze in another egg because I made so many vegetables and turkey bacon, but 12 definitely would have been too many. As you can see, they were already like almost overflowing, and they do rise a little bit in the oven, so 11 is definitely the max if you're making 12. So these are the finished egg cups. They look so pretty. This was at 30 minutes on 375 and they turned out perfectly crispy on top, just the way I like them. If you don't like them as crisp, then definitely put them on for a shorter amount of time, but 30 minutes is perfect for me. Definitely make sure that you let these guys cool before you put them away because they will make a lot of condensation. I usually put them in a plastic bag and they had way too much condensation last time, so make sure you let them completely cool before putting them away. And then when these guys are done cooling, I am going to put them in this plastic bag and store them in the fridge. The next recipe that I'm gonna be making is my favorite curry chicken recipe. I would love to make this in the crock pot, but I'm gonna make such a large amount that I actually can't because I only have a mini crock pot. So if you have a crock pot, I highly recommend making this in there. You would just cook it for about 4 hours in the crock pot, but I am going to make it on the stovetop. So these are all the ingredients that you'll need to make the chicken curry. I'm actually gonna use 3 of these chicken breasts, so a lot of chicken because I like it heavy on the chicken. I am going to use light coconut milk, but you could also just use regular. Some vegetable broth, or you could just use water, red onion, curry powder, a baby can of just regular tomato sauce, and then I have my own garam masala in here, but this is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, but I'm gonna use my homemade one. I would also add peas, but I just realized I am out of peas. Totally thought I had some, but definitely use peas if you can. It tastes so freaking good. I love peas and curry. Once again, the beauty of this recipe is it all just goes in one pot and then you cook it down. So easy. And we have very little chopping to do this time because all we have to cut up is the onion and the chicken. I start by adding a little bit of olive oil to a pan, and then I add in the curry powder and the garam masala. It's important to do this first because this is essentially making like a curry sauce, and it makes it so much easier for the sauce to get around on all of the ingredients and really mix around. Now I'm adding in some pre-diced onions that I already had and letting these saute for a minute or two before I add the chicken. I last minute decided that I wanted to add some fresh ginger, and then I also added in some fresh garlic. Once the chicken is about 75% cooked, I add in the coconut milk and the tomato sauce. Then just give her a good stir and let it simmer for about 30 minutes with a lid. And I think she's done. A beautiful chicken curry. I decided not to add in the vegetable broth because it already looked very watery, and I'm glad I didn't because this is the perfect consistency. When I bring this to work this week, I'm definitely gonna put it on a bed of basmati rice. Basmati rice is my favorite right now. I like it way better than jasmine lately, so highly recommend that. Also, it's very authentic because when I was in India, we ate all of our chicken curry with basmati rice. And if you're bringing this for lunch for work, I also definitely recommend eating some vegetables on the side. I'm definitely gonna bring some vegetables that are separate because I didn't really put any in the actual curry. Look at that beautiful color. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so freaking delicious. I just store my curry in a container like this, very large, fits all of it, and then I'm just gonna distribute it each day for lunch, however much I wanna take. So that wraps up today's meal prep video. I hope that you guys enjoyed all these fun recipes. This is what I'm gonna be eating this week. This is very typical for me. I love these mini quiches now, like seriously obsessed. They are so freaking good. You have to try them. And I love making chicken curry for my lunches. I usually make chicken in many different forms, and chicken curry is a great way to mix it up. And if you guys want to see more meal prep videos, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to share more recipes with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.